All right, this one's going to be a little different. Because, that's what we're doing now. Regular Retro Rangers is on hiatus, and our hiatus gives us a chance to experiment a little. And so I'm not going to start with credits. Not at all. I'm going to start with the introduction of my broadcast partner and one of the best damn guys in the world to do your broadcasts with. Folks, I believe you know Mr. Joe Townsell.
Well, thank you, Captain John. And, I'm very excited. I mean, gang, John put this together. We both talked about the concepts and how it would come together for this first outing of Retro Rangers Reactions, as we're calling it. But as far as our little summer replacement pilot, it's all John. So I can't wait to see it along with you.
Basically, what I want to do is feel free to chat. Joe, you feel free to just talk. I can adjust the sound. Let's go through some of our themes and some of our music and talk about it a little bit.
Sounds great.
All right. So I believe most folks, hey, good, Raphael's with us as well. We got Raphael, we got Chris. That's awesome. I'm going to just start off.
Can't forget this.
Now, of course, I'm sure everybody knows why we did a fair use song and a fair use graphic, and that was because we were getting so many copyright hits. We wanted to make sure that we led with the idea that this is fair use, everybody. We're trying to do a nice thing here. And then, of course, this little slap together thing. But here we go. What do you think of this song? Everybody in chat.
Well, you know how much I love it.
With the retro Rangers,
I love my rocket.
It kind of captures our mood, too.
Sure.
It's one of those things I've always loved about this song was, it's very whimsical and it's fun. I do love Chris's observation that it's kicking.
It's kicking, man. It's the most.
And it is. It's very retro, and it just it has a very whimsical, cute quality to it. Now I'm going to play some songs to you that a couple of them I was making at the time, a couple of them I was making later because I was trying to come up with a closing song for us. And we settled on one that I like a lot. But I did want to play for you, Joe, and for everybody watching. I wanted to play some of the alternative cuts that we had because I don't hate them. It was an embarrassment of riches, if you will. So here we go.
And a show that's really neat. We're going back in time to the golden past with the Retro Rangers. Oh, it's such a blast. We're flying high with the Retro Rangers. Give it a try. Don't be strangers. Strap yourself in for a fun-filled flight. Retro Rangers, they're flying tonight. Retro Rangers.
She's a little bit out of tune. I kind of like that.
Come on along and join our song, Retro. Oh! Retro Ranger. Oh!
I got that bluesy feel too. I like it.
It's a little like Rosemary Clooney. I mean, that's a deep, deep cut. But yeah, I can't deny Raphael shrugs and Chris says, meh.
Well, I will agree in the sense that I have yet to hear one that I would consider replacing our current outro song with, but it's still early in the game.
It's still early in the game. Maybe I'll find something that everybody responds. No more Vegas.
We're flying high with the Retro Rangers.
Yeah.
Give it a try and don't be a stranger. You'll know why. There's no danger.
Yeah, out of tune.
Ever Retro Rangers. Retro Rangers. Retro Rangers. Retro Rangers.
I agree, Raphael.
Retro Rangers.
Do you one
Retro
better, Chris.
Rangers.
Frank Sinatra Jr.
Retro Rangers. Retro Rangers.
I think.
Oh, solo.
Oh, so far Raphael's winning. Oh, it's not good.
Oh, and you had that as the opening theme for alternate. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I think I'm getting to the songs that were at the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
I kind of tried different styles. So let's see what everybody thinks. Let's see. I can't remember exactly what this next cut is. All right.
Retro Rangers, your mission's complete. Head back to base, rejoin the fleet. Good stuff from God. Yeah, that's the danger. That's why they brought in the Retro Rangers. Strap on the jetpack, charge up the way. The Rangers on a mission. It gets done and stays done.
I do my fighting the bottom lip thing.
There's a certain era of hip hop that I love.
Capt'n John and Cmdr, putting lots of wild stuff in each show, rescuing old memories. Yo,
This is kind of Will Smith doing the Wild Wild West theme.
Rangers on a mission, it gets done and stays done. When you gonna get back, the fight ain't gonna change ya. I don't even sweat it, I'm a retro ranger.
It counts. It definitely counts.
All right, well, Chris has a new nickname now. P-Rap.
Yeah. I don't think we're going here, but it was worth an experiment. That's okay. I kind of knew that one wouldn't be a big hit. All right, we got a couple more cuts.
I think the eyeballs are torn.
Good job, Rangers. Well done. We sure had a lot of fun.
I gotta say, for a clothing theme, this has a feel to it.
The danger, the battle is won. Now the retro Rangers.
I am a product of the 80s. And so for me, an 80s song, especially a new wave song, is always something I'm going to want. I don't think it's perfect by any means, but I thought it was significant.
Well, let's see,
Chris doesn't agree.
it sounds to me like a clothing theme. I can imagine credits going over it. Chris disagrees.
Chris, you're showing your age. No. I don't want to listen to that garbage you young people are listening to. Then again, Chris isn't wrong. True. Yes. True. I mean, that's the thing. I love lots and lots of eras.
Galaxy far away. A rusty metal.
Okay, I got to turn this one up. I wanted to do a song for SB80, which is basically the band that Joe Townsend and I are. We are SB80. Everyone who works with us, they're great. We love them, but really it's the two of us who are SB80, and we love to brand it and all over the place. And maybe I'll finally get those enamel pins done, and we'll all be able to wear them. But okay, so I'm gonna roll it back just a tiny bit. Okay, all right, there we no. Okay, all right. So I asked the AI to create this song in the style of Broadway musical.
Oh.
And this is one of the results it gave me. And it's I wrote the lyrics, of course, and anyway, here we go.
In the galaxy far away, a rusty metal domain, on a space station called SB-80, where dreams remain. Captain John and Commander Joe leading the way. Through the stars they sail each day. The old rust bucket full of memories untold, every creak, every groan, like a story to behold, with flickering screens and lights. Past comes alive, watching videos, rescuing memories that survive. Rusty metal dreams soaring through the sky. Soaring through the sky, SB-80, a place where time will never die. Captain John and Commander Joe, they'll never sway. Together they'll save the past, come what may.
It's so awful. Now it's like the dance number. I don't know what this part is.
I don't know, man. My first thought was, we got to find a use for this.
Here's the thing about AI. If you're not using it, first off, Joe and I are both artists, and we do use it because we have to produce a lot of stuff very quickly.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's easier to get the AI to do the little work, like
Oh, yeah.
doing the backgrounds and doing, things that actual artists, even like comic book artists, don't do themselves. They have assistants draw them for
Mhm.
them. One of the things that people hate about AI is it tries to replicate real creation, real art.
Mhm.
But Joe and I have talked a lot about this. So, if I'm speaking out of turn, Joe, by all means, correct me.
Oh, yeah.
But I believe you and I are both at the of the mind that AI is a very, very imperfect tool at its job.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people that have 6 fingers on one hand, aren't there?
I used a picture one time and no one noticed it. And it was the character had an ear and then another ear right under it. And no one said, like, why does he have 2 ears? No one said that because no one really looked at it. But it's a it's a one-armed bandit.
Mhm.
You're not getting what you asked for. Now, granted, if I spent, hundreds or thousands of dollars on AI as a member, maybe I would get closer to the results that I want because,
Sure.
I use mostly free tools. But but obviously, this stuff is not perfect or beyond reproach. The 2-eared picture was not Van Gogh, obviously. Yes, that is correct, Chris.
The opposite of. Well, listen, I mean, as John said, no, and you're not speaking out of turn, John. Not as much as you, only because of less experience using it, but I have found AI recently, especially, be of tremendous help. I don't consider it cheating. I'm not putting somebody out of work. What I'm looking for example, I'll give you 2 examples. Sometimes I just need a background.
Yes.
And that's not often easy to find on a Google image search.
Right. Right.
And I know through certain AI tools that we're both using that I can get, after a few tries, something that's going to be very, very adequate. And that's not the focal point.
Right.
I do the focal point as a living,
Right.
breathing artist.
Good point.
Very good point. Recently, and this is one of our favorites jointly. Recently, I had John and I in an oil painting in Old Scotland. for retro trekkers.
I love that. Love
Well,
that
thank you. And,
graphics.
that was accomplished primarily through use of AI and photo filters. What counts is that you're using these tools, and that's how we regard them, in ways to bring your vision into cohesion, into play. I mean, if you just have somebody just fiddling around, the results will be different.
Yeah.
And probably not usable in a professional sense, especially. So I think it's a tool to be embraced. And we know, at least currently, when AI is used over extensively and you're over relying on it, you're not going to get very good results.
Yeah, it's it's a classic example of a wet bar of soap. The harder you squeeze it, the farther it pops out of your hand.
Yes.
AI, and granted, I don't know what 5 years or 6 years, 10 years down the line is going to bring in it. It's very funny that last week on Haunted Radio Redux, there's me and Joe, and we're talking about the advent of AI. And we just did that. I mean, that's from 2022. That's only 3 years ago. And at the time, we were like, who knows what AI is going to, who knows? It's on the horizon. It's creeping towards us. There's no stopping it. And, at this point, we both used AI tools. And it's like, yeah, they're okay. I don't rely on it for everything. It's not how I do my art, but yeah, it's fine. Things.
Well, a totally timely example. It's the only it's one of two AI touches in the thumbnail for this very episode.
Yeah.
And that was the listening party logo.
Oh.
I'm not going to find that on Google. I'm not going to find a font where I can do that. I go to AI and say, give me a cool, groovy, however I described it, logo with these words. And that's what I get. First attempt. Yeah. So why wouldn't I use that? Because that's window dressing.
Yeah. No, good point. It's look, I understand people hate it. My friends in voiceover are furious. They're out of their minds. And I get it. But the fact is, if there's if there's a level of falsity that people like, I've never seen it nor heard it.
Yeah.
AI voiceovers have been around for years now.
Yeah.
And I don't know that Subaru is using it, I don't know that Ford is using it or Budweiser. In every commercial that I ever auditioned for, that I ever got, that I ever didn't get, I knew one of the biggest factors was something genuine, something real. As most people know, just from hearing me, I have a very FM radio voice. I love to make it sound a certain way. I hit a certain tone. And yeah, this is the way I talk all the time. But people understand the genuineness of me, and God knows they understand the genuineness of Joe, who is a real person who got into this and not an ex-radio guy, ex-TV guy, cable TV guy like me, which, I have to say, Joe, I always think is a winning combination for you and me.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. Now, I don't know if this is the time to reveal it, but having extolled, the usefulness of AI in certain situations, I think it's time to reveal to our audience that John and I are actually not flesh and blood people. We are AI generated images. So I hope that doesn't affect how you feel about us, everybody.
I do want to address some of the conversation the boys are having. Yeah, that's true. Like having 3 arms. I mean, I of course, Joe and I have tried to make like sexy pictures of women in AI, and they always want to have 3 legs on.
I said, that would have been perfect.
I had a Jane Mansfield. She looked so like Jane Mansfield, except for that 3rd arm, which had 2.
What did Flubbo catch recently? It was a WEBBER mystery image that had like two 2 Empire State Buildings or something of that nature.
That was Marilyn Monroe.
It was, that's
Two
right.
Empire State Buildings behind her. And I was like, yep, I'll take it. Because again, I think it's important to play up the fact that AI gets stuff wrong like crazy. And, you know, guys, it's not going to steal work from real people. If it is stealing real work, then the people who are in charge of hiring and you know, using that stuff, they were never going to pay you the right amount of money. You know,
No, and I'll
it's
tell you,
gonna be
when I'm on YouTube and if a thumbnail or art card, as we like to call it, draws me in, as soon as I hear a bad AI voiceover, I'm out.
I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
out every single time, because chances are that script was written by AI too. And people who do all of that, there's no soul, there's no heart to it.
Right.
But in terms of the AIs we're using, I mean, yes, that's a very good point, Raphael. If it's cheaper for the executives, that's the danger. But I'm telling you, these guys were never gonna pay the right money anyway. You know, Cadillac hires Gary Sinise. Now, did they want to pay for Gary Sinise? Yeah, because they understand he's a big actor, he's a big star, he's got a distinctive voice and a great character and really great skills. But if somebody's going to use a robot voice, they were never going to pay Gary Sinise. They were never going to pay you. They were never going to pay union wages. And these guys, they've ruined radio anyway. This is not what we're here.
Maybe we can just sum it up for now by saying, you know, in the words of the great Lieutenant Worf, the abusers of AI have neither honor or courage. That is our greatest advantage.
There you go. Right there. Because as Joe says, I used to try to hire artists to draw things for me. Joe makes my art now. And we're friends, and we, you know, I always try to make sure I take care of him. He always takes care of me. But thank you, sir. And when I used to hire other people, they were great people, but honestly, their emotional breakdowns, their inability to hear criticism, their inability to hear, I didn't want that, their need for me to pay their rent. I cannot pay that much money. Yeah. You're going to have to get more clients. You can't just milk me for cash. You know, I don't want to have any of those experiences anymore. Very, very good observations. Chris says AI voiceovers so often mispronounce words.
Sure.
Absolutely. And that is such a big giveaway, which is interesting for me because a lot of times I'm like, why did you think that name is pronounced that way? Oh, that's a good AI. I didn't realize it was an AI until it, you know, called Lorne Michaels, Lorne Michelle's. What? How do you even get those wrong? There are a lot of commercials using sound-alikes, but you know what? They always did. They always did.
Well, John, it's a bizarre analogy. I mean, I'm sure at one point about 150 years ago, there was a kick-ass buggy whip manufacturer that made the best buggy whips ever. They're probably out of business now.
Probably. Well, hey, I used to make a lot of money. Well, I used to make a lot of my living. I'm not sure it was a lot of money, doing local radio commercials for markets. You know, hey, Pittsburgh, you love driving great Jeeps, and this Jeep down on Pittsburgh Lane and blah, blah, blah. I would get a ton of those, and they stopped paying. Because anybody can make an MP3 now, they probably hire some guy in Illinois who does it for $100 and never asks for another penny from them. Right. You know, there's a lot of that. Oh, I didn't realize. I'm gonna have to see other people's money again. Chris is pointing out Danny DeVito's buggy whip speech from Other People's Money. That's a good play. Holy cow! Maybe I should direct that.
Good idea. And I never claimed it was my original thought.
Oh, no, it's a good thought.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to we gotta do a little bit of helping out our good friend Joe Townsend here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to this one.
Definitely one of my favorites, created by the Captain.
I like this tune. I like this tune a lot.
Well, and again, a great use of AI. Now, again, to break it down, here's the artwork by yours truly, as far as the slide,
Yeah.
the still, and AI and John contributing to the other aspects, the music, the lyrics, totally fit this work.
That actually has always been gratifying for me, because I want to be able to characterize your work through the commercial, the little ad. It's not a lot of work here. But I always try to find the character to your work, and when I hit it, man, it's like the most gratifying thing.
Oh, for both of us, and I do appreciate it, as always. I mean, it's like working in Photoshop itself. It's layer on top of layer on top of layer, and eventually you combine them to create the whole.
That is a very good way of putting it. I am going to. Where did I put you? Oh, there it is. Okay. So
I cannot deny it, Chris.
Seem to have an AI promo finish, John. Well, here's the thing. I'm very, very defensive about my use of AI, because I'm surrounded by people who work, in the industry, and they get so mad at it. And I don't think they understand it. It's like if I got mad every time I saw a bus. How dare you? How dare you make a bus? It's like, it's a freaking bus. There's nothing great about it. It does its job, but why should people be jealous of a bus? Okay, we're gonna try this. We can cut it off at any time, but one of the things about the songs, especially the songs we use in Joe's commercials, are, I'm sorry, promotional videos.
Yes, commercials.
We don't do commercials. We don't want YouTube to get in trouble for letting us do commercials. So here we go. Let's listen to the whole song. If it goes on too long, we can cut it off. And if you beg me in the chat to cut it off, I'll ask Joe. And if Joe says yes, we'll cut it off.
I'll leave it to their discretion, so you don't have to ask. But it is probably a good idea to point out, if it didn't already occur to folks, that what you hear in the promotional videos are the result of not abbreviate is the wrong word. It's basically selective portion of the full song. So when John talks about creating a soundtrack, this is what we're talking about, because these songs are in their full length are really cool, just not appropriate for, we don't want to have a 5-minute promotion. So there you go.
What we're hoping to do, and I had not had the time to do it this past week, but what I want to do is I want to create on our YouTube channel. Let me get that up there. What I wanted to create was actually a soundtrack playlist, because there are a lot of songs that I've made that I love, and I want to hear them. Like, I wash the dishes and I sing some of these songs. I really do like some of them a lot.
Well, I dare say that some of the folks watching and listening now and later, I bet a few of these get into their head for a while. I mean, Retro Rangers will pop into my head, Retro Rangers. And again, I mean, this is just a small taste what you've seen so far. So we may really be, flooding your brain with stuff you can't get out of your head.
Our homie Tylord is here.
He
says, hi, brothers. I was anti-AI until I started playing with it a couple of weeks ago. Exactly. That's how it worked for me and Joe as well.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect testimonial, because as you made the analogy with the bus, I mean, try it out. Think about it a little bit more openly. You may change some thoughts.
if it's putting people out of business and you can prove that, then yes, that is a bad thing. I agree. But honestly, I'm not seeing that yet. And to answer this question, do I use Suno? I do. I use Suno.com to make my songs. And it's been a lot of funny.
It has been a lot of funny.
I do not get granular like that. I don't find that with Ty Lord. Are you able to tell it what chord progressions you want? I think you can, and I haven't tried the paid version yet. I just get credits, you know. I get credits all the time. I get credits often enough that I can create, you know, hundreds of songs. I think some people can get chord progressions. That would definitely be something I would look for online. You know, some kind of instruction on how to do that. This is Mate to Order. It is one of my favorite songs as well. Joe, I think it's probably one of your favorites.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's hard to pick from so many great ones, but when asked to choose, this is one I suggested to John. Yes.
Amen. Yep. Totally agree with that. I love making songs. That's the thing. I love it. But I'm not
being totally ignorant, I of course have to go right to the dirty mind when I see the word bangers, but I assume that's something else.
Great songs are bangers. Wow. That's awesome. I didn't know you. All right, so that's the part that's normally in the commercial, I believe.
Yes. But we are listening to an extended version, I assume. Because usually our promo spot ends when the image is fully in the frame and so forth.
Yeah.
But there's so much more that we have to omit just to keep it time efficient.
Yeah.
But as far as the soundtrack inclusion, absolutely.
That's where it stopped. Wait a minute. I thought there was more to it.
I know that.
Right. So I played you the standard version. Have I ever played you this one, Joe? Have you ever heard this one that you can?
Well, I mean, we must have. When we used it for Valentine's, we must have used it probably once.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely play it again.
I pulled out the old Valentine's graphic for this one. Just, you know, again, if it's something we had, we weren't using. And musically, I just totally agree with it. Like, yeah, you're doing what I wish you'd do. Oh, this is a mistake. This is, I was making a Mr. Webber's Webbo Mystery, and I accidentally combined it with your song, Joe. That's what this is.
Oh, really?
She's singing Mr. Webber's Webbo Mystery.
I'm just Googling the vibe, man. I wasn't even there in my head. You're right, though. Well, it's kind of a happy accident, then, isn't it?
Yeah. No, and then I think I edited the part out that I ended up using for your commercial. But the first part was like, I still like it. Joe Townsend part.
Your perfect mate arrives tonight.
I tell you.
See you, heart that's true. A big eye twist and it's coming soon. Thanks to order. I love
Like
so
that.
sweet.
Yeah, Laura Branigan.
Good call.
Now you're in too deep. For the object of your lust. Force a dream to come true. Now there's no one you can trust. You're coming together.
So yeah,
But,
we've
but look
already
at the
heard that.
added nuance. I mean, as great as the promotional spot length is,
Yeah.
I mean, it reminds me, and I will attribute this quote. Stephen King once remarked that a short story is like a quick kiss in the dark, whereas a novel is like a long and passionate affair. And this,
Woo!
yeah, and and this video we were watching, it's like, wow, just the whole ambiance, the whole experience is right there. All we have to do is sit back and just take it in.
There's a great question that Tylord asked. How is it able to make everything so catchy? That, I think, is the artificial intelligence. I find an artificial intelligence can do quantifying, but it can't do qualifying.
Mm.
It can't. It doesn't know quality. It doesn't know, oh, that's better than that. But it can like listen to thousands of pop songs and go, oh, I get it. Verse, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, instrumental, chorus. That's a song. And that's a skill. Like there's a lot of songwriters who don't know how to do that. So that part works. And as far as Raphael, oh wait a minute, Raphael, can I give you a short? I can. Let me see if I can do this super fast because I do have my Suno open. So I've had a lot of stuff I've been doing for. Well, honestly, I can do anything right now. Let me do
Well, that we have no doubt.
Let me do an instrumental, and let's do it like improv. Give me a style of music, and give me a subject. Oh yeah, give me a subject. We'll have it write lyrics. The lyrics are terrible. They do not write good lyrics. But oh my God, you did. Oh, Tyler did a Lord Alfred Hayes song. Lord Alfred Hayes from the old WWF.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
it's one of my favorites. Raphael, that's an excellent choice. Yacht rock about serial killers. I freaking love it. All right, so I'm gonna turn off that. We're gonna do custom. And I'm gonna go yacht rock song about serial killers in love. Let's try that.
Yeah.
I'll just add that little part, and we'll call it Rafi's Yacht. All right. Okay. It will take 5 of my credits, which is fine because it replaces the credits every day. I think you get 50 you get paid back 50 every day. Oh no, 10 credits each time because it writes you 2 songs. So I now have 2 songs here called Rafi's Yacht. So let's see what they did. Actually, it's more fun to click on it because where are my lyrics? Where are my dang lyrics? Oh, sorry.
Now, John, is that your spelling of yacht or the AI's?
That's my spelling. It's wrong, isn't it?
Well, I just know that Raphael has his YATCH. I'm not familiar with either. But
No, I think he's. Ooh, that sounds all right.
yeah.
Yes, correct, Raphael. That's so true. I'm glad we only get 5 songs a day, and then you got to walk, go cut grass. I tell you, man, you do lyrics.
Nice
That's the
bounce.
first one. Here's the second one. Ooh, pretty good.
Little two-step action.
All right, I'm going to do one more. Okay, so let's see. It's wait.
Now, do we know why I didn't pick up any lyrics for you?
I'm actually really. Wait a minute. I think I did spell it correctly.
Oh, and they just thought it was yacht anyway.
What's yacht? How do you spell yacht?
YACHT, like the song titles are.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's see. I was saying, I must be terrible at this. I spelled it wrong. Okay, yacht rock, love song,
Well, again, I hate to
serial.
be ignorant, but Rafi had a spelling of YATC. Now, was that just his misspelling? Are we actually going for the word yacht as in seagoing vessel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. See that I guess Raf was admitting to misspelling. I thought he was making fun of my spelling.
You can't make fun of John if you can't make fun of yourself, so to speak.
Hey man, make fun of me. That's what I'm here for. All right, we'll try two more.
But I
And-
mean, in moments, I mean, the first two came up as we were just talking about them. Here they come right now.
yeah,
Look at that.
yeah, it really depending on the song, sometimes it can take a touch longer. Woof. Got blood on the anchor.
Blood on the anchor.
Got blood on the anchor, the waves roll thick, smoking on the deck, hearts writhe and kick.
Oh,
Moonlight whispers, secrets sharp and cruel, love in the shadows, broken fools. She slices through the sea, her blade so sweet, lust and fear dance where
Got some JoeTowns.com vibes, I'll tell you.
I really don't hate the lyrics here. She slices through the sea, her blade so sweet.
Well, something you would never expect from AI initially, I would think, for most people, is that there is irony in those lyrics.
Exactly.
I think most people would expect a more straightforward approach and not even any whimsy. So yeah, not bad.
Yeah. So we'll just
And
take.
you know how much I loved. I mean, again, slapping John in the back or on the shoulder again. It's like what he and AI produced, along with the simple graphic on my part. I loved our holiday and Christmas songs back in December, especially horror for the holidays. I mean, that was it told a story.
Yeah.
And it was just so cool. Nice little Christmas ditty, but when you listen, so
as I was going through the songs for this show, I kept running into the Christmas stuff, which we just stopped using, 2 months ago, 3 months ago now, four months ago now. I'm like, you know what? I'm bringing those songs back next Christmas. I'm not writing new ones.
Yeah, there are seasonal songs for sure. We can do more for other holidays as well,
Tyler asked, are you allowed to tell it to do the song in the style of a particular artist? On Suno.com, I have not been able to get that, which is terrible because there are certain bands I love and I would absolutely love to have songs like that. Like, yeah, write me a Devo song. But I get that is not allowed. That would be Devo going, God damn it. What are you guys doing? Why are you stealing our bread off our plates? I get that. So what I do, this is what I do. I go to a different AI like ChatGPT, though I don't use that one. I use Perplexity sometimes. There's another one called Claude that's really great. I ask it to describe the song without using the name of the artist.
Oh, okay.
So if I want a song that sounds like Twist Away the Gates of Steel by Devo, I'll ask Perplexity to describe that song. And then I'll take that description and I'll plug it into Suno and see what it gives me. It doesn't give me a sound alike. Hey, T-Barone's with us to the Retro
Hey,
Rangers theme
T-Bone.
in the style of a Bobby McFerrin song. I have such a hard time getting Suno to do a cappella, which is crazy because it can do voices.
Yeah.
But
I guess maybe in the AI's mind, maybe it's dependent on those instrumental portion to create those lyrics. I don't know.
I don't know. It's very strange how it's working right now. But yeah, it's hard to get it in a in a very specific style. Like this week, for the cooking videos that I'm doing with Eric, he wanted Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. He was like, look, I'm editing. Can you come up with something? And I got out there. I beat the crap out of Suno. I beat Suno like a government mule, and I couldn't get a sound alike in any way to come close to getting Eye of the Tiger. But I did get an inspirational rock song that we used, but it didn't have that dun, 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 dun. It didn't have that, that power.
Now, I will say that when AI can't quite deliver, you do still have human beings. I would like to attempt to honor Theodore's request, and here we go. Don't worry, be retro. Easy. So you just pick one tool over the other. I have always considered myself a tool. Thank you very much.
Captain John and Commander Joe and you having fun, woohoo. Don't worry, be retro. Don't worry, be retro. Very inspiring. Very, very inspiring. Let's play something that might be funny. So everybody knows Webbo Mystery.
We know it. We love it. We can't live without it.
Raphael has very kind words for it.
Mr. Webber's Web O Mystery.
This one pops in my head all the time.
I really love this, and I think one of the reasons why I love it is I didn't expect it to give me something that sounded sort of like Christmas and very Danny Elfman, and it did, and I was like, oh, this is lightning in a bottle. And so, yeah, I do like it. I do like it a lot. However, I tried other things, and I want you to hear other things.
Webber's Web. A mystery.
Hey.
I try to use every word to answer Tyler. I tried to use every word I could to describe a goth song. And so it gave me this, which sounds a lot like You Spin Me Round, like a record, baby.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's also a little bit of Sisters of Mercy kind of sound to it. But when I talk about
ding, 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 that type of sound, just kind of that driving force for the melody.
Yeah, there's a very active keyboard there, which is really nice. So let's see what the next one was.
Ooh, guitar riff.
This sounds like a Joe Tazzle song.
Oh,
Mr. Webber's Web O Mystery.
Like I got the JoeTazzle.com girl to work for me.
Mr. Webber's Web O Mystery.
yeah, I'll share it down.
Exactly, T-Baron. Exactly.
Mr. Webber's Web O Mystery.
Now, see, like the one you showed, this one will stick with me. It's just that persistent, repeat and so forth. It just gets in your head.
You're right. Yeah. And that's what they always talk about with the hook.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. But it kind of flattens out. Doesn't do a whole lot.
I don't know if this is your thought process, but the one you selected, both intro and outro, in my mind, just fits the show content a little bit better than me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think with a lot of these modern sounds, I was like, well, you know, I love hearing my name. I love the style, but yeah, we are playing old time radio shows, and you really kind of need to get people in a sort of a vintage mood or a show
Mr.
mood.
Webber's
Oh,
web
Boogie.
of mystery, how it beckons you. Mr. Webber's web of mystery, how will you ever get through? Mr. Webber's web of mystery.
I have to hear the Undertaker rap song at some point, Skylord. You got to get that to me.
Mr. Webber's web of mystery,
Now this also goes
how it
really well with the
beckons
show content.
you. Mr. Webber's
If it wasn't like
mystery.
a full-time job in and of itself, you could almost swap them out depending on the type of show, type of episode. You know?
Yeah, there is a vintage sound to it. That's kind
Oh,
of cute.
absolutely.
I like Raphael's call here. Big bad voodoo daddies.
There you go.
Yeah, it does. It does. It has a 40s kind of a quality to it.
You know what I could hear this in front of was would be George Sanders.
Oh. Oh.
Mr. Webber's web of mystery, how will you ever get through? Mr. Webber's web of mystery.
Yeah, you like your name being sang, John, especially by this girl.
Web of mystery.
You have to know I wrote these lyrics. Wrote these lyrics. But I knew I was going to use just a small amount of it. So
Sure.
by limiting the lyrics, I could have many different kinds of sounds from where I would pull from the song. Oh, I like the end, you know, like, oh, I can grab the middle. Okay, so I also can't remember. I think it gets a little crazier.
Where my shade?
Mr. Webber's web of mystery. Mr. Webber's web of mystery.
I just can't quit this one. I love this one,
Web of mystery.
but I don't know that it fits the show, you know.
Well, I can't disagree with that. But in and of themselves, I mean, they're just cool little ditties, you know.
Please skip ahead.
Mr. Webber's
Same one.
web of mystery.
How it beckons you.
Mr. Webber's web of mystery.
All right. Well, we had fun with that one. Raphael, the narcissistic tango. Hey, man, when you're producing your own show, you're going to find how wonderful it is to be a narcissist. It is
You know, now T-Bone caught part of that. It is a bit seductive.
just a smidge, just a
Yeah.
touch. There's a couple other things I wanted to try just to see what you all think. I had been trying to come up with a sort of overall promo for the channel, Webber Internet Thingy, which right now is still getting our big push. Retro Rangers HQ is still there for when we come back with Retro Rangers, but really we're trying to push WIT right now. And I wrote a bunch of songs, and so let me know what you think of these WIT songs.
Webber Internet Thingy. Webber Internet Thingy. Webber Internet Thingy. The good times are never in doubt. Webber Internet Thingy. Come on and join the fun.
I love how this one fits
It's like the freaking Hillbilly Bears playing it or something.
We've got the blues on the run. Get away from that big mean world and come have lots of dumb fun.
That's awesome.
Webber internet thingy. Webber internet thingy. Webber internet thingy. Come on, check this out. Webber internet thingy. Webber internet thingy. Webber internet thingy. The good times are never in doubt.
Like
These are all because they thingy really funny, aren't they, John?
Yeah, a lot of times they're saying the G in thingy.
Webber internet thingy. We've got the blues on the run. Get away from that big mean world and come have lots of dumb fun.
This sounds like Full House to me.
Oh.
It's like it's not the same song.
Internet thingy. Webber internet thingy. Webber internet thingy. Come on, check us out. Webber internet thingy. Webber internet thingy.
Gonna have a heart
Webber
attack.
internet thingy. The good times are never in doubt. Webber internet thingy. Come on and join the fun. Webber internet thingy.
I didn't make these cuts very long because they're so silly.
Get away from that big mean world and come have lots of dumb fun.
So
I like the ones that basically give us thing-ee, thing-e. Really driving that word home.
I
Those
think
are a riot.
Webber internet feed, Webber internet feed, Webber internet feed. Come on, check us out. Webber internet thingy, Webber internet thingy, Webber internet thingy. The times are never in doubt. Ooh, Webber internet thingy. Ooh, come on and join the fun. Ooh, Webber internet thingy.
But I sing this one all
We
the
got the
time.
blues on the run. Get away from that big mean world and come have lots of dumb fun. Webber internet thingy. We got the blues on the run. Get away from that big mean world and come have lots of dumb fun.
Oh, God.
John, to answer your question,
Yeah.
in my opinion, yes, winner.
Oh, I forgot I made a metal version.
Come on, check us out. Good times are never in doubt.
That's a hit banger.
Internet thingy. Come on and join the fun. Webber internet thingy.
That's really true.
We got the blues on the run. Get away from that big mean world and come have lots of dumb fun.
Reminds me of Get Down with the Sickness.
Oh, Disturbed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Webber internet thingy.
Webber internet thingy, Webber internet thingy, Webber internet thingy. Come on, check us out.
Webber internet thingy, Webber internet thingy, Webber internet thingy. The good times are never in doubt.
I think of this as the Jonas Brothers version.
It's a party, you should come. Webber internet thingy. We've got the blues on the run.
Yes, and he was
Get
a jerk.
away from that big mean world and come have lots of dumb fun. Webber.
And there's one more. Oh,
Webber internet thingy, Webber internet thingy, Webber internet thingy. Come on, check us out. Webber internet thingy.
I don't hate it.
Thingy, Webber internet thingy. Good times are never in doubt. Webber internet thingy. Come on and join the fun.
boy band vibe and the word thingy. I'm not sure.
Get away from that big, big world and come have lots of dumb fun.
Little honky tonk there.
Yeah. I got to go for my favorite so far. That and the one that you labeled winner.
I do like the winter one. I do like it. And I would be all hat and no cattle. That's
right.
what I would be. Let's get another Joe song up there.
Oh, that's a tough act to follow.
Well, you know, we know the Joe songs. That's the thing. Like,
yeah.
we know them, and then when you hear the whole thing, okay, I'm gonna make you choose. I'm gonna Sophie's choice you, Joe. Do you want Anticipation or do you want Unfriend?
Oh God, Unfriend Zone.
Okay.
For once realizing you are better off alone. So you cry and moan. Something changed up. Yeah, we're gonna break your heart. Bust you down just for the parts. Resell anything we like. Access camera and your mic.
Thank you, Raphael. I might be able to.
Good idea. Well, I love this one. You know, the others share the quality too. The song stands on its own as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What were you saying, sir?
No, I should have waited another moment, but no, I'm saying what like this quality is in all the JoeTownsend.com spots, but this one in particular, I love because the song stands on its own.
I appreciate that. It is a good song.
It sounds very universal, and the fact that it is talking about the book makes it even more special to me. Of course, it gives it more nuance. But yeah, just again, all those elements coming together, just wonderful.
Here is the complete song to Unfriend Zone, and again, we can bag out anytime. Here we go. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You're very kind. Again, got that 80s vibe, that sort of radio new wave that I love.
Let's take you from here and put you over there.
I don't have
to fear. It's all because I care. You think that you can swerve us? That's not the terms of service. You should be getting nervous in the unfriend zone. Unfriend zone.
That's missing
Unfriend zone.
from the commercial. Is that melodic?
Never once realizing you were better off alone.
Oh yeah.
Unfriend zone. Though you cry and moan. Something changed up the code and now you're in the unfriend zone. Unfriend zone. Unfriend zone. Never once realizing
That's the commercial.
unfriend zone. Though you cry and moan. Something changed up the code and now you're in the unfriend zone.
Actually, I'm wrong. That's not the part. It sounded like a part.
It is closer to the end.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know. I'm digging the video right now.
It's, I don't know. Does it lack a creepy factor?
I respectfully disagree. I think creepy in the sense that the mainstream nature of it kind of throws you off. And it's not just the lyrics that bring you back into the creepy element. It's just the fact that it's kind of got a certain drive to it that you can kind of feel it drawing you in. I think it definitely has a creepy factor, and especially given the fact on what it's based on.
I appreciate that. I really do, because I think that juxtaposition of this is that part. That's crazy. But it's a pop song. It's like a dance floor song.
Yeah.
Let's take you from here and put you over there.
It's like when they film a kind of a central dance
Because I care.
party and it's in slow motion and
You think that you can
you start to get a little uncomfortable, you know? That's the vibe it gives me.
That is, I can picture it just the way you said it, but that's why Joe's a novelist, folks. That's why he's a writer.
Well, thank you, but I'll tell you, I mean, in all honesty, the visualization it produces for me right off the bat is the weird ceremony dance ritual in Matrix Revolutions. They start doing like, whoa.
Yes, the rave in
Exactly.
Zion. It's so funny. I always picture that.
And not just because it has Nona Gay in it, of course. Let's do it.
All right.
It
You'll forgive
reminds
me.
me, and this is a very simplistic comparison, because this is infinitely better in my view. But you know, you get a TV show like Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley.
Mhm.
They had their theme songs. Then sometime later they put on the radio the extended version. And or Cheers for that matter, they did it too. And you just get more of what you enjoy about that song. That's exactly what we have here.
I appreciate that. I wish I hadn't killed the song right before you paid me that compliment. But we got just a couple more things to share here. Not a lot, really. There's a show that we do. T. Barone has made fun of us over this with one of the best jokes I've heard about all of this. We have to run other accounts so that we can show our movies or our TV clips just to see if they're going to get restricted for copyright. And I was explaining that. Actually, Joe and I were explaining that one time to T. Barone, and he said, "You have burner accounts? You have burner YouTubes?" We do.
Yeah.
We do. We're not supposed to, but we do. And that has created a show that no one watches called Crash Test. And it's our show. And it does go out. Joe belongs to most of these burner accounts, and he's run into them once or twice. Like, oh, good, you're doing the crash test to see whether or not this stuff will get us kicked off YouTube. So Crash Test has 2 theme songs. I have never chosen between the 2. I kind of alternate them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably do that. But I would like to know what everybody thinks of these songs. I think I put the short one first, but there is a longer version of it that we use. I just couldn't find it quickly. So you'll hear a sample of the first one. And again, remember, in the 90s, I loved that rap music. So you're going to hear some music that sounds like Diddy wasn't in jail yet. Diddy wasn't in trouble yet.
Over here, they're looking for us. We dare to have some fun. Running out my video, now looking for a back fast. Algorithms hunt me down, thrown into this crash test. Like a lucky hotel room, trash by crash guest. I just wanna make it back alive from this crash test. Crash test, crash test. I saw the damn clean swings over my head. I can feel the breeze. Crash test, crash test. Disaster waits on eye. If you know that's this crash test, there's no choice but to die.
Did anyone ever see the movie Judgment Night?
Oh, yes.
Judgment Night had a great soundtrack of rock bands and rap groups. And this sounded to me like it sounded to me like the Judgment Night theme song done by Onyx and I think Biohazard was the rock band, but that I liked. Oh yeah, see, okay, great, we're not crazy. Cool people like it too. Okay, so here's the other one. I went in a different direction on this one. Oh, forgive me.
Oh my, love the graphic.
And had AI make the graphic. I think that was Ideogram who made that for me.
You've got a loophole, and I'm going through it. Crash test, crash test. You say don't show this, well I'm gonna do it. Crash test, crash test. Stop showing video clips. Well, I think you're just a bunch of tricks.
Take that, YouTube.
Crash test. Let's see how far I can push it. Crash test. Put up a wall, I'll smush it like those algorithms and do your best. I'm betting I can pass your sad little crash test. Crash, crash, crash. I'm gonna
How stupid.
freaking crash test.
I love it.
My chorus is crash, 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 test, 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 test. It does sound like Rammstein. It didn't even occur to me.
Crash test, crash test. You say don't show this, well I'm gonna do it. Crash test, crash test.
I respect
You
it.
need to stop showing video clips. Well, I think you're just a bunch of tricks. Crash test. Let's see how far I can push it. Crash test. Put up a wall, I'll smush it like those algorithms and do your best. I'm betting I can pass your sad little crash test. Crash, crash, crash. I'm gonna break your stupid freaking crash test.
Oh my god.
Somehow the word freaking seems a little out of place. Close, but not exactly what you expect. I got to. Oh, I mean, I can see, understand Mario's. Oh, excuse me, Tiburon's choice, but I do like that second one. That really got to me.
It's kind of silly. I think we should call this episode. I've played everything for you except for a couple more full versions of songs, but we will put that playlist together. We will call it the soundtrack volume 1
because we're not done yet.
and that'll be volume 1. We've got other stuff that we can definitely do. Thank you, Chris. Yes, please, if you're not liked and subscribed, it would just, we are up at 203 subscribers right now, and I am in heaven.
That's excellent.
If one of those people decides to unsubscribe, you'll have to talk me off a ledge, because I am just so thrilled. Coming up next week, we're going to do another vintage voyage. Oh, this would be our second or third one, Joe?
This would be our second. The first was also with Flobo, Night from Voyager. So please go check that out if you didn't, before. But this is our second vintage voyage.
I was playing episodes. I was having Flobo watch episodes, and the two of us would then discuss it. And I was trying to trigger him. So I was pulling out most of the really racist stuff, and I wanted to hear what he had to say. And I got to tell you, his reactions to this were very unpredictable and very refreshing, as always with Flobo. So if you think you know what Flobo is going to say about what has been considered the most racist version of Star Trek ever, you're going to be surprised.
And John, may I say that whether you have like long David Lee Roth blonde hair or you're bald, You just look fabulous. Fabulous.
You're just so kind. Although, if you had any idea what this skull is actually shaped like I have so much Klingon going on in my brain structure.
Oh, no.
Raphael's right. They used to take this episode out of syndicated rerun. They did not. They disowned the hell out of this episode on Star Trek Next Generation. So yeah, this is going to be worth it. Join us next Sunday at 7 on the West Coast and 10 p.m. on the East Coast. And coming up on Tuesday, speaking of Star Trek, we're going to do, in honor of April 1st, Joe has chosen for us one of the great episodes of science fiction television, and that would be Shore Leave from the original Star Trek, the original series, TOS. And that's going to be well, I mean, at this point, that kind of racism is fun, but
or a little racist, meaning like a small person. Yeah, never.
So please join us with Eric Kramer on Tuesday. It's a fresh show. We are reacting for the very first time on Weber Internet Thingy Star Trek programming to Shore Leave, and it's, oh boy, it's time. It is time to talk about this episode. Looking forward to that. And then we have on Thursday, we are finally going to complete the circle here. What happened when Basil Rathbone left the Sherlock Holmes radio series and it was taken over by Tom Conway? Tom Conway was a great actor. He's the older brother of George Sanders. He was very popular on the screen, and he loved to work. So he did lots of radio, unlike his brother George. He played very big characters. He was generally welcomed into people's lives. So why did they hate this so much? I'm hoping you can tell us next on Web of Mystery. I want to know what you think of Tom Conway's performance, because I think it did not go well at the time. Were they wrong? I think maybe the audience was wrong. So we've got that coming up on Thursday, this coming Thursday. What was the solution to the mystery of why Tom Conway pretty much killed the momentum of that radio show? So join us on Thursday night. And I guess that's it, pal. We should probably think about getting out of here.
Well, I agree, although it's always tough when you're having a good time to sign off. And let me tell you this, as I said at the beginning, this was almost entirely John's creation as far as this approach tonight. And I think it was splendid. I think we all had a great time. And I think we'll be doing more of the same type of thing. So stay with us.
I very quickly, I will tell this story because I love telling this story. Is Tom Conway related to Tim Conway? No, but yes. You see, Tim Conway, his first name is actually Tom. So when he registered to join the union, they said, you can't be Tom Conway. We already have one. And this happens to all actors.
Yeah.
For the longest time, when I was in AFTRA, so that's the American Federation of Radio and Television Artists. When I joined that, there was already a John Webber.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to join using my middle name. So I had to be John Charles Webber. But later I would find that on IMDb, I was John Webber 1. There are 5 John Webbers. So every other John Webber hates me because I'm the one that comes up.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there is only one John Webber.
Well, you're very kind, sir. Let's get out of here with this. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you for doing this with me, Joe.
Thank you, John.
And we're going to give you the full version of Anticipate Beautiful song. Very proud.
You can see why it was a tough choice for me to pick Unfriend Zone over this, but they're both incredible.
Take care. Bye, Craig.
Sing here it comes. Sing here it comes. Not just yet, not just yet, not just yet, not just yet. Anticipation, anticipation. Despite how much you hate, it's time to walk away. Anticipation, anticipation. Despite how much you hate.